Good afternoon. Aren't we lucky to have all these folks from Dryden High School here with us? Yeah. They participated in a long-standing tradition, which predates me, which is a long time ago, high school. Even predates Mr. Kenny. Muna is a long-standing tradition for sure. Probably a little-known fact, it actually predates United Nations, although it is model United Nations. There certainly were assemblies and conferences prior to the establishment of the United Nations as early as the 20s. So it is well attended. It is a wonderful assembly. Can't say enough about it. Mr. Duncan Wilkinson, who is long been a mentor and a supporter of Muna at the high school, along with Cynthia Seitz. And Duncan is going to say a few words to us about this year's activities, I believe. So welcome, Duncan. Thank you.
Okay, I'll try and be super brief because I believe we have about a 45-minute video that you're trying to upload. Is that the problem?
It didn't work.
You've got it down now?
No, it didn't work.
It didn't work? We have no video? Well, I can talk forever then. First off, let me be the first to thank you on behalf of Dryden High School. I've been doing this, I don't know the exact year, but it's well over 10 years now. And it's one of the things I look forward to most about the school year, getting to work with some of our best and brightest. And every year I talk about this. I think last year I said, you don't have to worry about the kids these days. They're going to be fine based on what I'm seeing. And I just wanted to share a different anecdote. After last year's Muna conference, where Abby, who is a repeat, and Paige Ponton were members of a delegation there. This year in Dryden High School, they've started for the first time in 15 years the student council. So that the leadership skills that this kind of program brings about really translates, and you're starting to see young people really feel like they can make big changes in their lives. They don't have to wait for it. They don't have to, get the right job or whatnot. They can start now. And the Muna assembly this year was the largest that I've attended. It was the biggest, and we were able to send 3 teams, thanks to you guys again, for the first time since my first year when we sent 3 teams. So things are just looking up, and every year this is just a jolt of positivity about where we're going as a society. So thank you very much for that. And now I'd like to welcome up our delegates, and you have to act out the video instead of view it, but I'm sure it'll be great. Thank you.
I would like to thank Rotary on behalf of all of my fellow delegates and I. We had such an incredible experience. So many transferable skills were earned. We are more confident and individuals who are able to partake in bigger discussions within society that teens usually don't have the privilege of speaking on and participating in that sort of discussion. So it's super amazing that we have your support, and thank you.
Okay. So this year at Muna, we had, Maya and I we were Mexico last year. This year we were South Africa, and we spoke on Resolution 3, which was on the rights of humans with disabilities. And with that, there was a huge African and third world country correlation, and there was a huge group of us that kind of got together and amended the resolution and such. Maya and I went in with a couple of ideas of how we wanted to fix the resolution, which is including poverty into the resolution because it wasn't there. But apparently several other countries had that idea. So we supported a lot of countries, and we kind of used our Roberts rules a lot through this time through, and we used it to really call out countries and call out people. And I think this year was a lot more fun because we were a lot more confident, and we got up and we kind of just were sassy again. I think we were a little bit more sassy this year than last year. And it was like so much more fun because we just like I made so much more friends this year, and I still talk to some of the people that I was with. I'm pretty. The UK was like my favorite country there. They had a huge portrait of Queen Elizabeth, and they brought it around with them everywhere. And every time in their speech, they would say like, "God bless the Queen, God save her," and then they would start their speech, and they would like continue to say that throughout their speech. And they actually sent us like tea and cookies. Like they sent us like tea cookies, things that because we supported them through something. But yeah, and yeah, no, like I think this year, like I partook a lot more, and Maya and I both partook a lot more. We had it out for Zimbabwe, who kept on signing us up to speak for an amendment to their resolution, and both times we were kind of thrown off the wire because we did not agree to speak for them. So in committee, which was like the smaller assembly, Maya got put on the spot to speak, and she kind of like, she texted me, she's like, "I guess I'm speaking for Zimbabwe right now." And so I'm sitting in the other committee meeting going like, "What?" And we're like texting back furiously at each other. And so basically she went up to the mic and she's like, "We didn't agree to speak on this resolution, but we fully support it, and go Zimbabwe." And so the next day in the huge assembly, like the General Assembly, they put our name up on to speak again on the amendment, and like both Maya and I were like super angry at this moment. They like avoided all of our contacts and anything like that, and they wouldn't talk to us. So it's just like we were up on the speakers list again, and I went up to the mic and I'm like, yo, we didn't agree to speak for, like I used proper like, but I said, again, we didn't agree to speak on this resolution, this amendment, and we would like Zimbabwe to say why they put us again to speak on it, because we never agreed to it. And again, like that was another example of just like us kind of, you know, like sticking it out for ourselves. But it was really fun.
Let's pass the mic on to Syria.
They got totally zinged at, the USA totally burned them just before they were about to speak.
Yeah.
Michael,
Do you
can tell
want
about
to take the
this.
mic back?
If somebody had a picture, you would have seen the pain.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Ben Wright. I was from the delegation of Syria. We did a lot of like pot stirring there, obviously due to like what's currently going on in the real world. It was a lot of fun. Made some really good friends there. And I think Abby pretty much covered the rest of it. So thank you for providing this awesome opportunity to us. It was a great time. I hope to do it again next year.
Well, I'm Mike Luchev. A couple of you have probably seen me before. I've done some things for you before, I believe. Played piano, something like that. But this year, I'm, again, a repeat person. Last year was with Paige Ponton for the Russian Federation. This year, Syria. So both years can take a pretty aggressive stance with the country I had and the resolution I had. Fun times. Ben is actually really good at this. I was surprised for his first year. It was all around a really good time, and I think it was definitely a fruitful event. I'll pass it on to Guatemala.
So I'm KQ. This was my first year getting to participate in MUNA. It was an amazing opportunity. Thank you so much for being able to have Bari and I. It was super great. I actually hadn't heard about it until Maya and Abby and Mike were at MUNA last year, and I'm like, oh, that sounds like it would have been so much fun to go to, so I'm glad to have the opportunity to go this year. It was definitely a way to build confidence when speaking in public. I hadn't been very much of a public speaker before, but getting there and going up and speaking in committee, I was able to decide to speak on a couple more amendments. I didn't get the chance to because Bolivia decided that they didn't want to sit through a lot of people speaking, but it was nice to have Abby. But it was nice to have the opportunity to be able to do that and enjoy being able to make friends and be there and talk to people.
Yeah, and I'm Varya, as you maybe know. And I also heard this on the announcement in school, and I was like, this sounds really cool. And then I knew Kate before too, and I knew actually all of them. So it's really cool, like, hang out with these my friends too. Was really nice. It was a lot, like at Muna, it was a lot of new things, a lot of new words. So it was kind of hard in the beginning to understand anything that was going on. But you kind of slowly got what they were doing and saying and what everything meant. So it was really cool. And I was taking a lot of experience and new knowledge with me. It's really cool. Thank you.